It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there's no love lost between these NFC North foes. It's the Vikings and the Bears on Monday night.
We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go here on Monday night. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, all right, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And, man, you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There'll be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
Williams to throw on second down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
This opening drive not going as scripted. It is 3rd and long. Set up the wide receiver screen. It's Odunze.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
On the return is Jones. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They are led by the man who led Michigan to the national championship in 2023, quarterback J.J. McCarthy.
There's just something special about week 1, isn't it, Mike? I mean, after months of anticipation, speculation, it finally hits you. The season has arrived. This is the first time where we're going to get to see a lot of the debuts of players on new teams, new coaches, rookies taking the field for the very first time in a meaningful game. The preseason is one thing, but it's an entirely different level of excitement when its opening weekend rolls around. I don't know about you, but I'm excited to see what's in store for us at these games finally now.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. And that is incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson on that one. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast. And I'll tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down. Here's Cam Akers for the first time. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's McCarthy. That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hawkinson. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. 1st down, Vikings. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Mike, you know what we used to call those plays? No, 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 yes. Because that's exactly what was going through the mind of the coach on the sideline when the quarterback decided to throw that ball into really tight coverage.
Here's McCarthy. It is brought in the end zone. Jalen Naylor. Touchdown, Minnesota.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. First and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Vikings have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. He's going to run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Throwing on 2nd down. Williams. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. Yard. From the shotgun. They're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
After these kind of plays, Mike, you just wish the sideline was a mile away, because you know when you get there, you are going to catch an earful. They stress all week, ball carriers. We have to protect the ball. In this case, it doesn't result in a turnover, but the lost yardage now brings up 4th down. These are drive killers.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Vikings offense about ready to get going on their 2nd. lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it will fall to the ground. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is McCarthy. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Rashad Gary, former Michigan Wolverine, in there to take him down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The Bears offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. DeAndre Swift still on the move. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Bears will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. To return is Hubbard. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Vikings offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. We're trying to break out this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Now McCarthy. That one pinballs around, but is incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. On 3rd and a yard, it's McCarthy. He's got his tight end, Hawkinson. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing again is McCarthy. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. To the air once more is McCarthy. A short one taken by Hawkinson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. To throw once more, here's McCarthy. Open man, left side, he's got it. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. J.J. McCarthy. Touchdown, Vikings. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bears offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Gonna look deep, looking for more. And they're not gonna catch up to him. He will score. 73 yards. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. In this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Jones now on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense headed back to take over once more. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with 1st down. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Southern California. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to make these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
George Kittle was the intended target that time, and it'll lead to a second down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot to get his hands on the ball and a chance at that pick. Once you saw those throws, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time the team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Running is Akers. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. That's caught left side by Hawkinson. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. That is intercepted. Picked off by Kyler Gordon. And he won't be able to take it all the way in, but that is a great return, and they are set up 1st and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And this one blown up. Good surge and drop him. A loss on the play back to the 9-yard line.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Sean Booty. Touchdown, Bears. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal. And Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Jones now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To throw, it's McCarthy. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. The defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. McCarthy gonna look to throw again. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. He's had a lot of success throwing the ball early. Look at the numbers. Already up over 200 passing yards. So they move inside the 20. 1st and 10 at the 18. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's into the end zone. Jalen Naylor. Touchdown, Minnesota. What a start to the year. His 2nd touchdown in this opening half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. This one tight throughout, all level at 21, as they'll search for a go-ahead score. 1st and 10. They'll motion a tight end right. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Swift, and he'll wind his way to about the 38-yard line. Josh Metellus there on the tackle. Here's a 3rd down and 4. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success. The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
Williams to throw on second down. That is caught downfield by Odunze. A gain of 21 on that pass play. Good for a Bears first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. There is a lot of room to operate. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. And he will score. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Chicago. That's his second touchdown so far here in the first half. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. He's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's McCarthy. First down throw there is incomplete.
He's already been a little reckless with his decision-making up until this point, Mike, and now it almost backfires on him again. He has to do a better job of finding the matchups, finding the space on the field so everything is not a forced ball into these tight windows.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Second charge timeout for Minnesota.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring it down.
Third and long. The shotgun. It's a throw for McCarthy. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
Look, Mike, the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks. So the hope is, when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space, so when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it. These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
Now, this looks like a design run. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Throwing on second down. Williams in trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. This defense,
and they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Bears add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. It started with 1st and 10. Now McCarthy. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete.
The biggest issue in why they find themselves trailing in this game has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. Sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down. To throw is McCarthy. And this ball batted away and incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And it'll bring up second down. Throwing again is McCarthy. Good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running back in, there is a lot of space open underneath. They got there in a hurry. Didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
This one not going to get there. From distance, it is no good. And this stays a 2-score game.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Now Swift. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll send a tight end in motion. On 3rd down, here's Swift. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bears will extend their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
To return is Hubbard. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. That's caught left side by Ingram. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Tavarius Ward. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Bears. Now Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bears add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. To return is Hubbard. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. Got a man left side. It's caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. And off the deflection. It is taken in. The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout. Clock to stop with 35 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. Here's Akers. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. And he's into the end zone yet again. Jalen Naylor. Touchdown, Vikings. What a start to the season. It's a 3-touchdown week number 1. Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Vikings are able to cut into the deficit.
Vikings 28.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This returnable from the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense going to take over just before the half. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And it'll be second down. Not wanting to take a chance this time. We'll keep this one on the ground. And he'll take this past the 30. A gain of 6, mark it at the 31. So we've reached halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the new year as we get you to Orlando. And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now we'll try to keep it going. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. There's Jefferson. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down. On the ground, it's Akers. And he'll be brought down right around the 40. Tyler Gordon there to make the tackle. broke him up on a 2nd down and 8. They send him right out of the slot. McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. Taking this one downfield for Hopkinson. Jalen Johnson had the good coverage and is able to knock that one away.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender. And you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup.
Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. It's the linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at home. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out into the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not exactly the type of drive to write home about, Mike. 3 passes, 3 incompletions, no yards gained. And I really can't blame any of these fans who have continued to voice their frustration, especially after that last series of play calls.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. This team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's McCarthy. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by T.J. Edwards.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong part of rarefied. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium. Rare. It's an
pressure gets there, and down he goes.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
They'll look to throw. Got his man at the 6. And he will get into the end zone. Kayshon Boutte. Touchdown, Chicago. That's his 2nd touchdown tonight. They'll try to run with Swift. And he will get into the end zone and put the lead up by 2 more.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
To return is Hubbard. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So now this team's offense ready to take over once again. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. Akers has an opening, has the 40. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Still 1st down.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. From the gun, here's McCarthy. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Would have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down. McCarthy from the gun here on third down. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive. Instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game on that one. A first down. To throw once more. Here's McCarthy. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. The numbers there tell the story. That last completion moves him over 400 yards passing for the game. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To the air once more is McCarthy. He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now in that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. McCarthy gonna look to throw again. That is caught by the tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. Touchdown, Minnesota. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. They're trying to set up the screen here to Swift. And that screen slow to develop, and they rally to the ball and stop him. That will be no gain on the screen. On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. Got the hook up there to Ogunze. Number 15 gets 15 yards out of that one, and he's got his team a 1st down.
And the Bears, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here's a give left side. This is Swift. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Another run here, another run by Swift. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down.
At the 41-yard line.
On the ground, it's Swift. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and
8. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. 15 yards through the air. First down, Chicago.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical third down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end.
And he will score again. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown Bears. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. And making a hat trick. That is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value, and so far, this guy's been incredible.
To return is Hubbard. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Vikings offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. Darius Ward able to get the hand in there and make the play. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Justin Jefferson. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 78 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota. On for the PAT is Aubrey. The kick is good. And the Vikings are able to edge a bit closer.
Vikings 42.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. Looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign.
Let's go now.
A tight end in motion now. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. They bring a tight end in motion left. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. We are through 3 quarters here on... They'll throw here on 3rd and short. He's got his tight end, Kittle. He's going to have the first down. That one good for 9, and the drive continues.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They will run it over center with Swift. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And he will go all the way. Odunze. Touchdown. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They move to 1-0 as they earn this victory in the division, no less, here in Week 1. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. get the win at home as we say so long from along the lakefront at Soldier Field in Chicago.